the father of Malala.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Che nasha da istibdad dari pasar ki, che nasha da istibdad dari pasar ki, mata yaude ka Mughal de ka Afghan. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Fawzia Kofi. Thank you, everyone, every participant of this rally. I'm here along with my wife, Torpeka Yousafzai, and with my family to show our solidarity with women and girls of Afghanistan. We must know and we must realize that Afghanistan, after falling to Taliban last year, on 15 August 2021, it's a different country. Fawzia Kofi is here and she mentioned she was the part of the peace negotiation, and Taliban promised that they will respect girls' education, they will respect women's work, they will respect women's participation, and they will respect human dignity. But they have turned back on every promise they made. They broke every promise they made. And for the last 1 year and 2 months and more than 2 months, 1.5 years almost, Afghanistan has become like an open prison for the 40 million population of Afghans. And I tell it because it is a hell on earth for the non-Taliban population. Listen my word, I use the word non-Taliban. Everybody who is non-Taliban, it is not a place worth living for Pashtuns, for Tajik, for Uzbek, for Hazara, for Turkmen, for Baloch, for anyone who is non-Taliban. They can't survive with their human dignity in Afghanistan. And Taliban, they have deprived, especially Afghanistan has become an open jail for the 20 million women and girls of Afghanistan. I will mention just 5 basic things. Number 1, Afghan women and adolescent girls have been deprived from their right to education. Number 2, they have been deprived from their right to work. Number 3, they have been deprived to participate in socio-economic political life of Afghanistan. Number 4, they have no right to move on their own. They need a male escort, a brother, father, son to go out of their homes. And finally, their human dignity is not respected. And as Fawzia mentioned, if we talk about education, they say it is about Islam. I am a Muslim, and I am a proud Muslim. Torpeka is a Muslim, Malala is a Muslim, and there are all of these, all Afghans who are here, 99% of them are Muslim. So in our holy book, the first word, Iqra, read, read, read. And the second word after this is, Allazi allama bil qalam, God taught by the pen. And in the third verse it says, Allama al insana ma lam ya'lam, taught that he knew not. So it is all about knowing, exploring, research, education. They're wrong. Islam does not believe in ignorance. And then they say that it is cultural, that Afghan people don't send their girls to school because it's cultural. Yes, there might be some cultural norms like an Afghan father will like to send his girls to an all-girls school, should be taught by a female teacher. But it is also common here in UK, we have separate school for girls and boys. Maybe they are social norms, but Afghan culturally, and in the second decade of 20th century, in 1922, Amir Amanullah Khan started girls' schools in Afghanistan. He sent girls to other countries for higher education. And in the last 20 years, when Taliban were not in the rule in Afghanistan, Fawzia Kofi's time, and even in that fragile democracy, 4 million girls were going to school. 2 million girls right now, they are staying in home because Taliban have locked the doors of the schools. And their ideology is simple. About education, if they are not in power, they will bomb the school. They will destroy the school. They will kill the girls and children. And if they are in power, they will close the school. That is their education policy. So far I understand. And then they don't let girls and 20 million population of Afghanistan the right of work. The first thing they do, they finish the Ministry of Khawateen, like the girls ministry, the ministry for ladies were finished. And they introduced the ministry for voice and virtue. And you know what is meant by voice and virtue? Oh my goodness. For Taliban, a government means that they should determine your personal likes and dislikes and have control of it. Their whole government and their whole rule is how a woman wears, what does she wear, how she walks, how high heels, sandal and shoes she is wearing. They have just made a joke of the government, unacceptable. And also they have finished women's role in society, in politics. Women are not allowed to work. They can't go to their offices except few. And then they have no role in the politics and decision making of the country. And lastly, women don't have the right to human dignity. Few days ago, while an Islamic country called Qatar, while Qatar is still hosting, Qatar is hosting FIFA World Cup in Doha, and international sports are played in the football stadiums of Qatar. In those days, few days back, the so-called Emirat Islami of Afghanistan, they were lashing women and men in the football stadium of where it was, Logar and Pagman. All this is unacceptable. All this is undigestible. All this is unexcusable. And let me tell you one thing, that ideologically, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, Shabab, and Taliban in Afghanistan or Taliban in Pakistan, ideologically they are the same. But why Americans accept Taliban and don't accept Al-Qaeda? Because Taliban are the enemies of the people of Afghanistan and Al-Qaeda is the enemy of USA. That is the difference. Otherwise, their ideology is the same. And I'm going to wind up my speech, but we must stand in solidarity with the women of Afghanistan. It's so important because ideologies cannot be contained. Bad ideologies. If we can't contain an ideology in a particular geography, we have to counter it. And to counter it is very important. If a girl can't go to school in Kabul now, right now, it is 433 days Afghan girls can't go to school. Tomorrow they won't be able to go to school in Islamabad, in Peshawar, in London, in New York. So if a woman is lashed, she is lashed and she is publicly humiliated in a football ground in Afghanistan. And I don't scream, I must doubt my humanity and my human integrity. So, last word, as Martin Luther King once said, that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We must stand if we want peace and human rights here. We must stand with the people of Afghanistan. And now I made such a long speech. Sorry,
We have a very special